You know what? I got into a relationship. So I dated a little bit in my teens, but not really. I wasn't really allowed to. It was really strict. Everybody was on me. So I wasn't allowed to like drink and party and that whole child star going wrong and getting arrested and all that stuff. That stuff didn't happen to me in my teenage years. I was just like an angel. An angel. Didn't even have a boyfriend. I kind of did, but not really.
Yeah.
21 is when it really shifted for me. So I started dating an athlete, a well-known hockey player, and
very Canadian of you.
Very Canadian of me. His name was Ray Emery, and when we started dating, I remember we were on like our first date, and he asked me a question, and I answered it very media trained. Like, he'd be like, so, what do you like to do for fun? Like, on a date, I don't know, I'm 20, but I don't know how to date at the time, right? I'm like new to it. He's like, what do you like to do for fun? And I was like, I'm really excited about my album right now. And like, and he literally looked at me and was like, please don't do that. Whatever that was. Like,
right.
I want to know who you are. And that was the first time I realized I didn't really know who I was either.
Wow.
And he started to uncover the anxiety that I had, and I wasn't well socialized. I'd be put in a lot of social situations, especially with hockey wives, because, every team you'd play for, there's a group of 30 new women you'd meet.
You're right.
And I was so uncomfortable in those rooms, I didn't even know how to carry a conversation. So he kind of taught me that. He'd say things like, listening is a superpower. Like, if you're nervous, you don't have to speak just to speak to fill the room. Just listen. Like, ask people about themselves. You're naturally, like, curious. Just ask. Like, and that started to, like, shift for me.
Wow.
So 21 was more my self-discovery
He sounds
year.
like it was a great relationship, by the way, for the most part.
There was a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Okay.
The highs were highing, though. He was incredible. There's a lot of things that he taught me that was incredible, but he really helped me through that. And now I'm like, I talk to everybody. I'm like, hey, girl, random strangers, that's cute. Girl, I be walking around like, where you come from? Waiters. I'm like, where you live? I'm nuts. Like, I talk to everyone. I'm so comfortable now. I finally have conquered my anxiety. But yeah, 21 is when I would say it got a little slow. And then all of a sudden, TV hosting started and that was completely out of left field.
Right. So when did that start? We wanted to talk about that. I know you had specific questions about that, so I'll let you talk, Alex.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, Alex, where you been at?
I don't know. I'm just enjoying this
What
conversation.
are you watching us over here playing ping pong?
Just call me out. Just call me out, guys.
Get in the game, man.
What's he doing?
So walk us through that transition. You went from just massive star. You were growing up in different cities like Brampton, Ottawa, Toronto, everywhere.
That sounds so fun.
Right? You were ping ponging.
I was ping ponging. Yeah. The teen years was really I didn't have much of a life. I was, I toured across Canada. I've toured every nook and cranny of this country. Mm-hmm. Like Lloydminster, the smallest places to the biggest, I didn't miss a spot, okay? And I did it 2-3 times over. And then I was doing US tours, and then I did Japan. I did that 3 times. It was a lot of fun. So I was always working. 21 is when I became kind of like a housewife. It was unexpected. I was preparing an album. He was doing really well in his career, and he ended up in Chicago and Philly and Anaheim. So I went with him. And that lasted, it was fun.
So you guys were living together and moving around together, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. But then I was bored as hell.
Yeah.
We were at little hockey wives.
By the way, you look 21 now, so
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Okay, and I haven't done anything to my face. Okay?
I know, you
it's
look
just
great.
skincare. What? You know what it is, La Mer. It's a mix of La Mer, okay? La Mer's in there still, loyal. No, but I don't play by my skincare routine. But thank you. Oh my God. Thank you.
We were talking about
21
and you traveling around to all these places, and you were hockey wifing, housewifing.
Yeah, I was housewifing.
And you got bored.
Bored as shit. And you know what? So when I met him, he had a hip disease, and they said that he'd never walk again. So his hockey career was pretty much, as far as I knew it when I met him, it was done. And I had watched him go from wheelchair to crutches to walking to, I'm going to maybe play a little bit or try to get on skates. And we all thought, it wasn't going to happen. And then it did.
Wow.
And it created this bond with us, but it also created almost a codependence. So, I also wanted to see him thrive in his career. So I was kind of taking the back seat to support him. And I mean, what he went through physically and mentally was excruciating. So I was so happy to be there. But it did get to a point where he was like breaking records, and they were on their way to the Stanley Cup, and they ended up winning. And during that time, he's like, I just need you to be home and consistent, not flying all over the place. And I've been working again since I was 13, never had quiet time to not do anything. So he's like, just try it. Just, have some fun. Like, go to the spa, go work out. Don't worry about anything. And I'm like, okay, like, let me try. I ended up in therapy so quick.
Yeah.
Girls were arguing about the dumbest shit. And I was like, no, this is way too basic. Like, I need to do something. And then oddly enough, an opportunity came to host a show on BET. And some friends, and oddly enough, so the president of BET was one of my mentors. He became a mentor because he came to an award show, and I had won. I was 15 years old, and he was like, "You're young and talented, and you're from Canada, and I'm from New York. Like, I'd love to have meetings, come meet our team and stuff." And he was, meeting my mom, and he was just an awesome person to have. But he kind of nudged me in that direction. So I auditioned, didn't know it was 106 in Park, and they got thrown on randomly with Terrence J. Roxy wasn't there that day. I was in Turks and Caicos with my boo thing, minding my business on a jet ski, left my phone in the locker, no care in the world.
Yeah.
Got to the locker, taking off the thing or whatever from the jet ski ride, looked at my phone, and it was like, can you be in New York tomorrow? Host 106 in Park with Terrence J. And I was like, start the car. Like, that was the energy. Like, fire up the plane, folks. We're out of here. And I flew in and I did an episode with Terrence J. Had never done that before.
Was your hubby pissed?
Livid,
yeah,
mad as hell. Like, that was
what?
Oh my God, no, that was a fight. That was a full-fledged argument. But no, I was like, I have to go. This is iconic. This is just to be on 106 in Park as an artist is amazing, but to do it in that host kind of way, and I did not know what to expect. It is insane over there. The audience is loud and full of energy. There's a DJ. It's live. There's a teleprompter. I have some people talking in my ear. I don't know what to expect. And it ended up testing really well.
Yeah.
And they came back and started to make an offer to me.